Hello YouTube, hello, and we're back. Of course we are, of course. And today we're going to be talking about reactions. We are going to be talking about reactions. And specifically we're going to be talking about lows, reacting to lows. You can react to a lot of things in general, like mids, highs, whatever. But today we're going to be talking about lows, so let's start. So when it comes to reacting to stuff, there's a lot of ways you can react to things. Some things will come more naturally, some things not. But the way I'm going to show you guys is going to be three types of reactions. Three types of levels to reacting to lows. One is what I'm going to be starting with, is reacting to the slower versions of lows, which we call snake edges. So a snake edge is this Brian move right here. This one right here. Down forward 3. It's a very slow low that tracks both sides, right? Tracks both sides. And it will launch you a normal hit. So the counterplay to this is that you have to react to it. And this is one of the first things you have to practice. If you want to practice reacting to lows, this is the first things you have to practice. React to this move. But how do you practice that? The way you practice this is you just record one, just instantly record and make Brian do a snake edge, something like that. And the second record, do another record, make him do a back one. That mid right there. Right? It's just a random mid. You can do some other mid as well, like an orbital, but I just prefer back one. So back one, try to react to this without getting hit by this mid right here. And the bonus points, by the way, if you can do this while also moving. Because in a real match, you are going to be moving. So this way, you're going to be practicing two things at the same time. You're going to be practicing, let's say, your backdash and carrying backdash, or even your wave dash, you would do something like that, while also practicing your reactions on snake edges. So your number one priority right now, if you're just starting, is to practice this. You should not be getting hit by either one of this. Right? You should not be getting hit. And this is level 1 of reaction training, reacting to snake edges. And it's also very important to say this, is that not all snake edges look the same. So if you want to practice for specific characters, you have to practice for the specific character. For example, there are a little bit of iffy snake edges around in Tekken 8, in Tekken in general, to be fair. Like, for example, I'll show you guys, is that Lily has a weird looking snake edge. Even though it's slow, it's a weird looking snake edge. If you want to understand and be better at blocking this kind of stuff, you have to just put Lily there, let's say, do the same thing, find her snake edge, which is down back 4, right? It's 30 frames, it's pretty slow. And let's say, mix it up with a down forward 3 here. Like, just pick any mid. And that down forward 3 will get mixed up by the snake edge. In the snake edge, you have to do the same thing as with Brian, right? Just move around, try not to get hit by either one. The moment you see this, pay attention to the character, to Lily, right? You have to duck down reaction. Because it's really slow. That's why this should be your number one priority. If you want to react to these, which you should want to react to them, right? You really should. I got hit. But yeah, you should be wanting to react to them because you don't want to get launched instantly. And they're also usually tracking. Like, for example, Lily's one, do the snake edge. There you go, it's a tracking. We can't really sidestep it. Can't really step it. So it's gonna be very, very good for you to know how to react to this, because if you can't, it's gonna be a very big disadvantage. One more example I'll show you guys, actually two more examples of snake edges, is Xiaoyu's and also Zafina's. So Xiaoyu also will require practice separately, and it's the same with Zafina. They have weird snake edges. And some other characters also have weird snake edges. So, for example, Xiaoyu with down forward 3 here, it looks a little bit weird, and you might think that she's not doing a snake edge because of the animation. So this will also require different kind of practice. Let's mix it up with something like up to, right? Let's say, because it's a slower mid. In this way, you just do the same thing. You just move around, you see this animation, you duck it, right? You don't see the animation, you don't duck it. It's exactly the same as every other situation. But as I told you guys, this will require a separate kind of practice because of the animation differences of the characters. And another example I'll show you is Zafina. And Zafina is a very special case because Zafina's snake edge is pretty awkward to react to because it has actually, I'll just show you. I'll just show you guys. So Zafina's snake edge, this one right here, is also a 28 frame snake edge, right? It's very slow and you can't react to it normally just like everything else. But the problem with reacting to this specific snake edge is that the animation kind of looks like she's transitioning to a stance in a way. Like this or this transition, the animation looks very similar. And they have a lot of very similar animations when it comes to that. So it's a little bit more awkward to react to. But if you want to practice this, you should be practicing it the same way. Let's say do FF3 here. Right? Just do FF3 and then try to react to the snake edge. Obviously, as I said, do it via movement or bonus points, because in a real match, you're not just going to be standing there just holding back and reacting, right? You have to be able to do it in your movement. And then obviously if you punish it, even better. You're going to practice punishing it. So these are the characters that you want to practice. And specifically there's 3 characters that I noticed and not noticed, just showed you guys. Xiaoyu, Lily, and Zafina, they have weird snake edges, so it's going to be good to practice against them. But if you want to do something specific, like a lot of characters have snake edges. For example, Dragunov also has one. Just practice against Dragunov and you'll get good at blocking Dragunov's snake edge. Okay, that's level 1, by the way, of reaction practice. You should be able to react to snake edges. That's your first goal. Your second goal, it's a little bit harder, and this is going to be more difficult, is you have to be able to try, at least, to react to moves that are 23 frame-ish. So snake edges usually are really slow, 28 frames or somewhere along those lines, but there is also very, very plausible, not plausible, but you can react to 23 frames as well. Like, it's very possible. For example, this down back 3 is 23 frames. It is 23 frames. And they can react to something like, not react, mix it up with something like this, which you might get hit by this sometimes. It's not that easy to actually react to 23 frame-ish. It's not that easy, but it's possible. The way you practice this is exactly the same. You just put this one move, and then the second one, I messed up, second one, and try to see the animation. First, you just try to do it without any, I'm just getting hit because I'm talking, without any movement, just so you can react to the animation, like just hold back. Like, don't really move. But the thing is about these moves is that they are very, very hard to block. Just like I am messing it up, right? I'm getting hit all the time because I'm trying to actually duck in a specific timing. So reacting to this is going to be very hard, especially if you're talking like me. But this is a way to react to it, right? I'm not good at reacting to this, as you guys can see, because I would be actually blocking and like getting hit by every single one of them. But unlike me, don't talk while you're practicing this, right? Actually focus on the other character and try to react to it. Try. And this is not something that's easy to do, especially in a real match when you're moving around. If you want to do it not specifically, but consistently, you should be doing it to what's it called? Back, yeah, something like this. The guard. They just hold back and try to react, pay attention, and like something like this, right? The moment you see this animation, you duck it. It's gonna be hard because sometimes you might mistake the animation start, but it is possible. Definitely possible, but this is one of the things that you can try to react to, but it's gonna be more difficult, especially if you try it in your movement. And the other thing is also something like Heihachi. If you want to practice 2 things, it's gonna be King's down back 3, example, right? Even Claudio down back 3 maybe, but that's a little bit harder. And Heihachi, where's Heihachi? Heihachi down back 2. So Heihachi's down back 2 is also somewhat reactable. It is possible, but it became harder in Tekken 8 because they removed the voice line. But this is the level 2, right? Reacting to 23 frame-ish lows. It's the same with Arbor King down back 3. So I'll showcase this. Like, this is the 23 frame low, right? And it hurts. It hurts a lot. And you have to kind of practice so you don't get hit by it. Let's say forward 4. Because forward 4 is a very, very scary mid, because the moment you get hit by it, to forward 4. God damn it, man. It's minus 15, he gets a guaranteed down forward 4, for example, right? Or down forward 1, 2. So it's very scary. So your number 1 priority should be to not get hit by that, and also block down back 2. So this is also one of those moves that's going to be very hard to react to, but it's going to be easier if you're used to it. Like, I'm used to down back 2 on Heihachi's a little bit more than the King down back 3, a little bit more. That's why you'll see me like block this a little bit more and actually react to it. Even in real matches, I'll be able to react to it a little bit better. It's not because I'm not talking, that is. But yeah, this is how you practice the level 2. Another one I'll also show another example is Armor King. These characters are going to be very, very useful to react to, but as I said, they're difficult. You won't always react to them. You will get hit by them sometimes, and you should be accepting that fact. Okay, I got hit by it. It's fine. Like, Armor King's down back 3, just like King's down back 3, is very fast. It's actually faster in 22 frames, so reacting to something like this is even harder, even more difficult. But this is also possible. It is possible. So do something like this, example, and then make him do, I don't know, forward 4, which is very, very similar in frames, right? And try to react to it by just destroying his high hitbox. The moment you see his high hitbox getting like crushed, or he just disappears in the middle of the screen, At least that's how I try to react to this kind of stuff sometimes. As I said, as long as you're not talking and actually trying to focus. But when you try to practice this kind of stuff, as I said, do not try to move too much. If you're moving too much like this, it's still possible to react to stuff like that, but it's gonna be way harder. But if you want to get good at it, like 10 times better at it, then this is how you do it. Like, for example, what I'm doing right now. There we go. That wasn't too bad. I surprised myself. But yeah, something like this. So this is level 2, but what about level 3? Level 3 is very difficult. This is very, very difficult, and I would actually not suggest doing this too much unless you play on PC and on a good connection at the same time. Unless you do this. It's also possible offline, but it's also very, very difficult in both these cases that I just listed. Right? Both these cases. So the level 3 is reacting to lows that have a very specific animation that are 20 frames or even 21 frames. The example of this is going to be something like Jin's down back 4. Something like that. By the way, Jin's down 2 is an example of a level 2. Because it's somewhere along 23 frames. Right? But the level 3 is going to be Jin down back 4. This move right here. Then this move is going to be 10 times harder to react to than the ones we listed. So if you want to react to this and want to actually practice reacting to this, it's gonna be something like that. Like I just got hit, right? It's gonna be something like this. You just hold back, try to see the animation, but you have to practice this, right? You have to notice the animation differences between these two moves if they do try to mix you up. But this is, as I said, very difficult. It's not easy at all. And I'm getting hit all the time. It's gonna be way harder if you talk all the time, right? So if you want to specifically react to something like this, you just lab it like this, like I'm doing right now, and just pay attention to the animation differences, and then try to react to it. The thing about this is that, as I said, it's not really consistent. I wouldn't say this is consistent at all. You can do it consistently sometimes, right? If you're not me, I suck. But yeah, it is possible, definitely. But a tip for you guys to be able to do this more consistently is to just hold back and pay attention. Like, do not even sidestep. Don't even backdash. Don't even wave dash or anything. Just hold back and just pay attention. Something like this, right? Something like that. And even though I'm messing it up, maybe you guys don't mess it up if you practice enough. I don't practice this personally, but if you do practice, you'll be better at it. It's the same with guys who's down back 4, for example. It's gonna be possible to react to it, even though I wouldn't suggest it too much. It is possible. This is the level 3 of reactions, and level 3 is the inconsistent kind. First 2 levels is more consistent. For example, level 1, blocking snake edges, should be very consistent. You should be blocking it almost all the time. You should really mess it up most of the time, right? Okay, let's say 95, 99% of the time, you should mess it up. You should be able to react to them, more or less. The level 2, which is 23 frames, or somewhere along those lines, even 24 or 22, it can be possible to react to them pretty consistently as well, but not too consistently. Let's say, I don't know, 70% of the time, let's say, right? But depends on you, the person, the player, obviously. You might have better reaction time or whatever, depends. But this, level 3, is very, very difficult, and it will really depend on you as a person, how fast you can react and how fast you can actually manage to tell the difference between animations. Like the difference between Jin's down back 4 animation starter and down forward 4 animation starter, which I did right there, is very subtle, right? It is subtle, but if you notice it and you practice it enough, you'll get better at it. So, yeah. Today, this is what I want to talk about. It's a little bit more on the complicated side, but I just wanted to tell you guys how you can actually practice this and how it's actually possible to do this. This is a practice kind of thing, and it's not a reaction time kind of thing, by the way. So a reaction time that's, you know, better than others, let's say, is gonna help you with this. But even if your reaction time is really good, you won't start immediately reacting to these kind of moves. You have to practice them. As I said, for specific characters, practice specifically against those kind of lows. If you want to practice against guys who's down back 4, do that. Jin's down back 4, do that. Or Jin down 2, or Heihachi down back 2, or down back 3 on King, or Claudio, whatever, right? You have to specifically practice for that. That's what I was doing in Tekken 7. I'm not doing it in 8 anymore, but if you want to practice it, from my experience, from 7 anyway, when I was trying to, you know, react to stuff, I was trying to react to Brian Hatchets sometimes, in practice mode, right? In Tekken 7, not in Tekken 8. But yeah, this is how you do it, this is how I was doing it anyway, and yeah, hopefully it's helpful. YouTube, big thank you for watching. Big thank you for watching, as always, guys, as always, and I'll see everyone in the next one. Till then.